Alright, hey guys, Dan here from Not Radio Friendly. Now, I've had a lot of questions about my vinyl collection so far, so I decided that I might as well, show you guys the small yet relatively interesting vinyl collection that I have. We're going to start with the 12-inch LPs here. Now, some of these have some stories behind them, which I'll, dive into further, but let's get started. Okay, so the first vinyl we have is the Varangian Way by Turisas. This particular LP was exclusive to Germany. I bought it through a website called Obsessed Music, and it's nothing special. It's just a regular black vinyl with custom labels. Um, but this also has a CD, which I haven't opened because I already have two CD copies anyway. So I like to keep everything sort of complete and all together, with printed inner sleeve, lyrics, and a picture of the band on the back. Now, if I can help it, I usually always keep my LPs in separate polyline inner sleeves because I'm very careful with my vinyls. Some would say a little too careful, but I digress. So, put all of these back, and then we'll move on to the next one on my pile here. Now, this one is a relatively recent acquisition. I got this for Christmas from my mom because my parents are awesome. But this is one of my favorite albums ever. I mean, it's one of the only albums that I can really enjoy from start to finish and find absolutely no fault with. And that is, of course, Welcome to Sky Valley by Kyuss. I've wanted this album for so long. In fact, I actually have two copies of this. I have the original press on CD as well as the reissue with bonus tracks, and now I finally have the vinyl. Love this album. Again, black vinyl, but the old school Elektra Records labels, which just kind of adds to the charm, really. I think this looks really badass. This whole package is just really cool, and it sounds fantastic. I'm really impressed with the quality of the pressing and stuff. It's cool, and if you haven't checked this out already, do so. You will not be disappointed. Okay, these next two are actually quite special. I picked these up from a place called Vinyl Exchange in Manchester. Great store, great people, great staff, very friendly, and they all know exactly what they're talking about. These two are considered to be my sort of unholy grail, if you like. They're two of my biggest sort of prizes, I suppose. We have Slowly We Rot by Obituary. This is the original European press with the misprint on the label. This is actually a Dutch pressing. I'll take it out, show you. These are very fragile LPs. These are very thin. At the time, in the 80s, when vinyl was the main sort of way you could consume music, the record companies and pressing plants liked to cut corners, so they made it in very cheap material. So these are very, very thin, very flimsy, so I'm really careful with them. But this actually has a misprint on the label. I don't know if you can see that, but it says Obituary with an I. So that's always fun. But no, I mean, considering I bought this record secondhand, I bought it from got it used. It comes in a polyline sleeve, and considering the age of this record, I played it once and it's fantastic. There is virtually no surface noise, no scratches, pops, or anything, and it sounds really good. So super cool, and I also managed to score it for £25, which is really not a bad price at all considering. Again, shout out to Vinyl Exchange Manchester for hooking me up with this. Next, we have another one of my purchases from Vinyl Exchange. We have The Legacy by Testament. This is another original press from 1987, I believe. Testament's debut LP. This is cool as fuck. I got this for $10, mostly because the sleeve's a little beat up, but and there's some sticker residue on the corner. But again, same with the Obituary record. For something that's so old, it plays flawlessly, and this is cool because it's printed inner sleeve. It's lined as well, which means there's no scratches or anything. But that's nifty. Then we got the printed sleeve. This is on regular black vinyl again, but this is the original Atlantic Records pressing. So that's pretty cool. This even smells old, which is pretty rad. But might be a little weird to some people. I'm sorry, but no. So I'm kind of struggling with this because the jacket's kind of come apart. I'll do it later. Put everything back later. Ooh, hey, yeah, this one's cool. This was, I think, the second vinyl I ever bought. I've not been collecting vinyl particularly for a long time, but I bought this one also from Obsessed Music around the same time I got the Teresas LP. This is Rama by Primordial, and this, I can see the poster behind me of the same cover art. Everything's reversed on my webcam, so I've pointed at my Monomark flag, but that's not important. This is the first official vinyl release of Primordial's debut. This is a fantastic pagan black metal album, and a gatefold sleeve, which is pretty cool. We got just some pictures, old rehearsal photos and whatnot from the band, and this is all really presented really nicely. I mean, this is the edited artwork. They've changed the artwork slightly from the original press, because the original CDs was a white cover, whereas this is a bit more purple. As you can see, really sturdy gatefold, and that is really pretty. And you can't really see, but the colours on the back and the design on the back is all raised, and it's kind of textured, which is pretty nifty. Now we have to take this out. We got, again, printed inner sleeve, and all the lyrics on the back. And this is super cool. This vinyl was limited to 500 copies worldwide. I have one of them, and the reason it's so limited is because this is a purple and white ink spot vinyl, which is super pretty, super cool. I'm so happy that I managed to find this, because I'm a sucker for coloured vinyl. I love it. But this is just beautiful, especially you put it on the turntable and you can see it spinning, and the colours just kind of, I don't know, there's something about it which is super cool, and I'm really happy that I got it. This next one is in fact my most recent vinyl purchase. I haven't really bought much in the way of vinyl for quite a while now, but this was one of the last ones I bought. I had a bit of an issue with this album because I heard that it was being repressed, and I jumped at the chance to get it, but thanks to Earache Records, who have repressed this album, they only did a limited run, and I ordered this way in advance when I heard it was released, and I never got it. They never sent it to me, but thanks to Earache's fantastic customer service, I emailed them and I said, well, look, I haven't got my vinyl, could you sort it out? And they did, and they luckily sent me one of the last ones that they pressed. So, you know, you correct me if I'm wrong, you know, feel free, but I don't actually think you can buy these anymore. So I got incredibly lucky, and that is Sleep's Holy Mountain, the quintessential stoner rock doom album. Is it's incredible from start to finish. I love this album, especially Dragonaut. And this is the whole full dynamic range vinyl, which Earache are known for. They're very good at pressing vinyl. This is just super cool, and all the original artwork and things, track listing. We've got the original barcode too. 1992 Earache records, all that good stuff, all the legalities and things. But this is super cool. I'm really happy with it, and just look at the artwork, all blown up on the 12-inch record. It's just super cool. Like, compare it to the CD version. It's all so much more to look at. Again, this is another with a printed inner sleeve of all the lyrics, and picture of the band and all that good stuff. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have the little footnote asking if anyone has orange amps, which they had on the original press of the CD, which struck me as pretty amusing actually. This next one we have here is super fucking heavy. Actually, I didn't realize how hefty this is, but I got this one for Christmas, and this sounds absolutely sublime on vinyl. When I first got it, I spun it on my record on my turntable, and put the bass expander function on, and when the song started, I had shit myself because just wow. The volume, the force of everything is just insane. And of course, I'm talking about Dope Throne by Electric Wizard. This is a double LP. This really cool artwork inside. Look, boobies and Satan. What else? What else do you need? Yeah, all the lyrics. So I said this was a double. My Facebook, not yours. Double vinyl, 180 gram black vinyl with printed inner sleeves and an outer sleeve as well, which kind of goes with the whole doom and gloom business. Again, this also has custom labels. Each side has a different label on it, which I think is pretty cool. The attention to detail is really good in this package, and it's very well mastered. I'm really happy with it actually. This was definitely a good purchase. This was released by Rise Above Records in 2013, I think. Could be wrong, you know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, back that Royal is pretty awesome. Great album, one of my favourites. You remember me saying how much of a sucker I was for coloured vinyl? This is by one of my favourite punk bands of all time. I love them, you know, punk rock for intelligent people. I absolutely love this band. I've seen them at least 4 times now, I think. I've seen them a lot. And they never disappoint, of course. I am talking about Bad Religion, with one of my favourite records from them, No Control. This is the Record Store Day 2014 exclusive. Again with a printed inner sleeve, which is a little insert booklet thing with all the lyrics and stuff printed on it. And again, said I'm a sucker for coloured vinyl. And this one is no exception. This sort of candy pink see-through. It's really cool actually, like this kind of iridescent pink. I've listened to this a ton. I love this album. Again, one of my favourites. Stuff on it. But this is an awesome album. I love it. Again, if you haven't listened to this album, I really urge you to, because you will not be disappointed. Now we're getting on to the big part of my vinyl collection, like the largest piece in my collection, which that I got for my birthday, and I've been filling ever since. But I'm happy. I'm missing one more album, and I'm super happy with this actually. Because what self-respecting heavy metal fan would not be after this? This is the Iron Maiden Complete Albums Collection 1980 to 1988, the 8-album box set, new for 2014. This collector's box came bundled with the first 3 albums, and it's kind of left to the rest of us to build it up as we go, which is kind of a cool thing to do. Like, you bought all of these albums and you've put money in and you've managed to finally fill this quite hefty and very well presented actually collector's box. This was billed as being cut from the original master tapes, specially remastered for 180 gram black vinyl, which I believe hasn't been done before. There have been tons of Iron Maiden reissues, but I think this is the first time it's been reissued on black vinyl, so that's always pretty cool. We'll just start going through these in order, of course. This is updated artwork as well. The artwork has been redone for these reissues. I'm not sure if you'd be able to notice unless you have the original press vinyl side by side, but the colours are a lot sharper, more sort of popping out at you. But now we have Iron Maiden first album with Paul Di'Anno on vocals, one of my favourites actually. Black polyline sleeve with, again, custom labels. Each of the albums in this particular set has their own custom label, which is pretty awesome. They all have inserts. It came with the printed inner sleeves, but I don't actually have my I don't actually keep my records in the sleeves, in the paper sleeves, to avoid scratching things. I don't think I put all of them in, so I will show the appropriate inner sleeves when I need to. Next up we have Killers. Again, these are all pressed on black vinyl, as I said, so not really much to look at. Again, custom labels. I think these are the same, the first 2. Polyline black inner sleeve. Killers, fantastic album. And the back as well. This is all recreated specifically as the originals, so if you've seen the albums before, you know what to expect. But these are all recreated, the packaging and stuff. Next we've got Number of the Beast, which I believe is where the first printed inner sleeve comes in, which I will show accordingly. Slightly different labels. I think this one's pretty cool. It's kind of eerie watching it spin around on the turntable. That's pretty cool. First album with Bruce Dickinson on vocals. Not my favourite Maiden album actually, but still exceptionally good. At the back, and the printed inner sleeve. Over from that is this one with pictures of the band, of the big collage and things, and all the lyrics. At the back, nothing in the sleeve itself. That's nice. Next up we have Peace of Mind, which is in fact housed in a gatefold sleeve, which is pretty awesome, I think. Lyrics, another picture of the band, and one thing I like about these gatefold covers is you have the entire picture. It makes one picture, the whole thing, which is pretty awesome, I think. And again, the attention to detail on the cover is insane. Like you can even see the texture of the padded cell that Eddie's hanging out in. That's pretty cool. Again, polyline black inner sleeve, custom labels. This is actually one of my favourite Iron Maiden records. because Where Eagles Dare is an utterly fantastic album, song, along with To Tame a Land and Flight of Icarus. Awesome album. The first to feature the classic Maiden lineup with Nico McBrain, Adrian Smith, Dave Murray, and Bruce Dickinson. That's pretty cool. Another, actually, one of my favourite Maiden albums will come next. We have Power Slave. I love the artwork for this. It's so cool. Seeing the whole thing, big 12-inch vinyl, just looking at all the things in it, and all the hieroglyphics and stuff. It's just fucking awesome. And a great way to open an album too with Ace's High. That's pretty rad. Of course, it's all keeping with the Egyptian theme for the printed sleeve. We've got the band hanging out in a tomb, which is pretty cool. And lyrics in the back. Awesome. Next, another super fucking heavy album actually. We got Live After Death, which is the double vinyl. Awesome album. One of my favourite live albums to date. This is in fact this one. I'm going to take out one of them to show you. The custom labels. It comes with a booklet. The booklet's pretty cool. I've never actually got an album that has a booklet to it. So, interesting little experience. I haven't actually looked through this at all. I'm pretty confident it's just pictures. I could be wrong. Oh no. We've got a little bit of background about it, just from the World Slavery Tour and stuff, all the thank yous and things. But a lot of it is pictures and the dates that they played on this huge tour. It's pretty wild, I think. Again, front cover with the Power Slave stage is pretty awesome, I think. These also came with printed inner sleeves, which I will show you momentarily. I can figure out how to get back in. Go. Now the printed inner sleeve, I think they're both the same. You've just got a collage of pictures and lyrics on the back. Pretty awesome. Now we come to the final album so far in the box set. Another one of my favourite Maiden albums that I enjoy from start to finish. It's a very interesting concept album, I think. It's one I really enjoy. Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. This is, again, another one with fantastic artwork. I love the fact that you can see all the previous incarnations of Eddie frozen on the back. It's really awesome. I love it. My favourite tracks from this album, in fact, are Can I Play With Madness, Even What Men Do, Prophecy of the Clairvoyant, Only the Good Die Young, or basically this entire album is just really good from start to finish. I love it. You've heard me say that a lot. I am sorry. I think that brings me to the end of the 12-inch records that I have and the end of the Iron Maiden box set. We'll move on to the only two 7-inch EPs that I have so far. This is Gorilla Biscuits, self-titled, fantastic early 80s old school New York hardcore. It's fucking awesome. I mean, 20 minutes of just aggression and general decent hardcore, none of the new school stuff that you have around today. This is pure hardcore in its best form, I think. Again, pressed on black vinyl, nothing too fancy. Just little Gorilla Biscuits EP. The next one is Bad Religion, first EP. This is I bought from Backstreet Merch DE, which is a German website. Very good service. I was quite impressed actually. I ordered this on a Tuesday and it came. I think it came less than a week later, which is awesome considering shipping costs and things. But this is nifty because this is on. This is completely red, which is cool. I mean, I used to spin this EP every day before school. I think I was somewhat obsessed with it. But this comes in a little gatefold, which is, I think, is kind of unusual for 7 inches. Um, Again, pretty old school packaging, no frills. This is it, and it's really cool to be able to see Bad Religion's evolution from something as raw and angry as this to The Descent of Man, which is the latest album. You can really hear their evolution, which is kind of interesting. Oh, before I forget, I have one 10-inch EP. I bought this from Nuclear Blast UK. I immediately bought this as soon as I realised this was introduced because the album that preceded this was one of my favourites of 2013. There is nothing I can fault with this album. It's an incredible return to form, especially in such a long time. I am talking, of course, of Carcass with the Surplus Steel and Surgical Remissions EP. I ordered this as a special mail order from Nuclear Blast. Again, really fantastic service. This is printed in a sleeve with all the lyrics, and this is so cool. It's on silver marbled vinyl. I'm not too sure if you can see the kind of swirly marble pattern. Yeah, there you go. That's really cool. I think this is awesome. With a little homage to the Beatles on the front. This particular colour was limited to 50 pieces. I'm really thankful and incredibly lucky that I actually managed to get one. I've only ever played this once, so you know, I think I am really too careful with my vinyl. But no, that's it so far. I mean, I was gonna cut this a little shorter, but it turns out we're at almost 30 minutes. I really do talk too much. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the little insight into my vinyl collection. Hopefully, I'll be able to update you guys soon, what with Christmas coming up. Um, you know, I hope this is a feature that you guys can be interested in, and if you are, feel free to send me a shout out, and I'll do more. I mean, I've got a fairly expansive CD collection, which I might have to split up into parts, but I'd be more than happy to talk about that. Um, anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and you know, until next time, peace.